Warning! We are about to spoil Opera from 1987. If you haven't seen the movie and you plan on watching it, leave now and come back later. But if you have seen it, or you just don't care, then please, stick around. Okay, I think we're all set up. I think we're pretty good to go. You ready for this episode?
No, I'm totally ready for this episode. Yeah, more Argento. Let's go.
I mean, it's been a while since we covered him. I think since episode 16 or 18.
God, that's crazy. Man, I am so down for more brutal Giallo murders.
Oh! I forgot to mention, remember Freddy?
Oh yeah, Freddy. How's he doing?
Oh, he got murdered brutally in front of me with a chainsaw. I almost forgot to mention that. It happened right before I called an hour ago.
And you're just now telling me? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Cinema Roulette. I don't have much banter here, so let's just talk. We're doing an episode. We're having fun.
The banter was somewhat used in the opening joke.
That is also true.
Because I didn't realize till after we spun how long it had been for covering Dario Argento.
Yeah, that was way back when. So I think Suspiria was the last one, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's been 188 episodes since we covered Dario Argento.
God damn.
All the way back in episode 18. Probably one of my favorite movies to discover on the podcast.
Oh, totally. Yeah, Suspiria is fucking great. Ugh.
I didn't realize we hadn't landed on him this whole time of the director's wheel, but we're here now.
Yes, we are, and it's quite exciting. So, this is one of his later movies, what some fans consider to be his last quote-unquote classic movie. But yeah.
So, of course, we start with it.
Yep. Thanks, Wheel. Its spite knows no bounds. But yeah, this is 1987's Opera.
Gotta love that silence.
No, it's so nice. Oh, man.
Which also, ironic that we're covering another horror movie from 1987.
Yeah, 2 in a row, which is interesting, because Near Dark was also 1987. I almost said After Dark. That would have been...
I'm pretty sure that's a way different movie.
Oh, yeah, but...
Yeah. Actually, I'm curious about something now. I'm going to make Justin's life harder. Oh, okay. Because Near Dark was in October of 87, and technically Opera was December of 87. I say technically because it was in Italy at the time and everywhere else it was kind of released differently because it was the 80s.
Yeah, it had a little bit of issue with its distribution, so because I don't think any studios picked it up right away, so...
And America wanted to cut out the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But before we get to the last 10 minutes, we should start with the first 10 minutes.
That we should. Take it away, Justin.
No.
Ba-da!
No, I already did that joke in the last episode.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the movie opens in an opera house. They're doing rehearsals, and first off, it's a panning shot of this beautiful opera house, and then we see is it a raven or a crow? I keep forgetting which.
I don't know if they're ravens.
Okay. We're staring at some ravens that are near and or on the set. However, the main actress, who we don't see, because we get kind of a POV shot from her once she starts leaving the set in a bit of a hissy fit. She just can't deal with these birds. They're throwing off her singing. She needs to be perfect. And as she's going out, she gets hit by a car.
Yep.
wrote down your Mara. That we'll find out her name later is Mara. She isn't gonna appear again in the movie, but hey.
Yeah. Is it Mira or Amara?
I wrote down Mara. It might be Mira.
Okay.
I could possibly mishear a lot. Which
Understandable in this movie.
sorry, what one other behind the scenes thing? I say another, even though I think I've only mentioned one, but we've been talking before the episode. It happens. The actress who played the bitchy actress was also a massive bitch to work with.
Okay. So that was kind of
There
how
is
she
a-
was.
There is a reason the only other time we see her is technically off screen with a leg cast.
Damn.
But with the main actress now out, the understudy needs to come, whose name is Betty. The main play we're doing is Macbeth.
Mm-hmm.
For all you non-theater kids, Macbeth is a very cursed play.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's if you say Macbeth, stuff go like you're putting yourself in danger on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why people in this movie say Macbeth constantly.
Yep.
But we see Betty in bed, and she gets the news from her agent, like, "Hey, you got the part. You're going to be up for the premiere tonight." She's a bit worried. She doesn't really want to do it, but she knows all the lines. She's the understudy. It's literally her job. So then it's showtime.
Hey.
And everything is going pretty well with this weird telling of Macbeth.
With guns?
We got guns, kind of a World War One look to it. We can explain that. Actually, I'll just say it now. Originally, Dario Argento wanted to do a theater production of Macbeth with a World War One twist, but a lot of things happened that basically made it so he couldn't do that. And then he made a movie where a horror director tries to make a stage play version of Macbeth.
Yeah, hence the used. So he basically just reused, I think, the props that he already had for that production.
Yeah, probably, or at least he probably used the same storyboards or whatever for the sets.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same opera house that he was going to perform it in.
Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah.
Be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
But during the performance, we see the shot in every Giallo movie, the scary black gloves.
Yeah.
And the scary glove man or woman, it's a man, goes up to one of the viewing boxes, but then one of the theater boys notices this and he's like, "Hey, you can't be here." So, scary glove man kills him with a coat hook against the wall, like just slamming the guy's head against it.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
But this also causes some stage lights behind him to fall over. It stops the production for a second, but no one decides to go check on why those lights fell. No one was hurt. Better continue.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the killer says, "You finally returned." We see Mara again mad about the performance, and now she's out of the movie. We cut to the aftermath of the show. Betty goes back into her changing room, and there's a knock at her door. It's a officer named Alan. I don't think he says he's a cop till at the end of this conversation, but she's just like, "Oh, hey, do you want an autograph?" Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because at the end,
Okay, thanks.
yeah, because at the end of the conversation, she's like, "Are you a cop?" He's like, "Well, are cops not allowed to enjoy opera?"
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Man, he's acting pretty suspicious. Anyway, but we also see. Oh, what was her boyfriend's name? But Stefano comes in, talks to Betty, is like, "Hey, you want to go do a thing?" Also, someone died. It was kind of weird.
She literally just does not mention this until like way at the end of the conversation.
No. This is before she's forced to watch something. This is about the theater guy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, cut that.
Her boyfriend's literally just like, "Oh yeah, he died. It was weird." That's not personally how I would describe finding one of my coworkers jammed against a hook in the wall. But hey, maybe I'm the weird one in this case.
You weren't alive in the 80s.
We
I don't
see
know how it was back then.
I don't know, cocaine's wild.
Yeah.
But we go back to the killer's POV and we get to see his Giallo worker kit. We got rope, we got a sacrificial dagger looking thing, we got needles?
Yeah.
I'm sure those are nothing. But he grabs that and he sneaks into the back rooms of the theater and then tears up Betty's dress for the performance and also kills a couple of birds because he's a dick. Someone hears the fuss, but he runs away before anything happens, before anyone can catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Cut back to Betty and her buddy having some sexy times.
Ooh.
A sex that even I think there's a line of like, I'm sorry, I finished too soon.
Yeah.
Guy leaves to go get cleaned up, baseline in bed, and then all of a sudden, the the Black Glove Man is here. He ties her up against a pole in the bedroom, tapes her mouth shut, and also puts needles under her eyes.
Yeah, he has like a tape that he unravels that has like a bunch of needles pointing upward he puts under her eyes, so she has to look or else she'll like destroy her eyes.
If you look at the poster of the movie, and I'm assuming I'm going to try to make it for the background as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like under her skin, but it's just there enough so anytime she tries to close her eyes, it will stab her eyelids.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm going to force you to watch. Boyfriend goes back in, and then the most bitchin' punk rock song starts playing.
Yeah.
And the killer just goes full hog and starts stabbing the shit out of this guy.
Oh yeah. He even puts his hands up and just like, nope, stab the hands, stab him. Fuck you.
Gore's great.
It is.
After he's done, he chops off a bit of the rope holding Betty back so she can get out. But he runs off before anything can happen. She runs into the street looking for help because, you know, she just saw a violent murder. Runs into the director of the opera and is like, holy shit, holy fuck, I need to get home. He's like, okay, yeah, hey, how you doing? Just get in the car. They have a conversation about, you know, what it's like having to fill in, how this play is kind of affecting her, kind of forgetting to mention the horribly brutal, violent murder that just happened in front of her.
Yeah, people are oddly nonchalant towards murder in this movie.
Oh, wait, she did stop at a phone booth and call the cops. Not saying her name, though, or really where it was, just saying, like, oh my god, there's been a murder. Anyway. And then ran into the director, who I will call Spike, because I don't know why his weird short blonde haircut makes me think he would be called Spike.
Yeah. I believe, are you talking about the director guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Marco.
Polo.
Marco has polio.
Fine. Nah. You sure it's Marco?
Maybe. I don't know. She's the one who just, because he's the one who picked her up and she described it, right? Am I mistaking him with Alan?
No, because Alan is Alan.
The inspector, yeah. I don't know. I thought.
Yeah, no, this is the director. The picture. I have Google pulled up just to make sure I can try to remember character names, but the picture for Marco doesn't look the same as the actor. Anyway, we should cut back.
We should. Let's just call him.
Hi, editing isn't weird.
We'll just call him the director.
The director. Or Spike.
Spike.
Spike Spoogle.
It's going to be one of those nights.
Yep. Finally, back at, I think it was his apartment first, she decides to mention the murder and also that she called the cops.
Yeah.
And the director's just like, okay, good. Glad you're okay.
Yep. Because she said the figure kind of resembled a person in her nightmares or something.
Yes, she's been having nightmares and she was like, I think I've seen him before.
Yeah.
But she goes back to her apartment to kind of just try to relax. Betty calls her agent about this, and it's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Going back to work the next day, they also find the torn dress, which pisses off Julia, the main costume designer. And, and Betty feels a bit bad with her and goes to the back room. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, yeah, we can fix this thing up.
Yeah, because she like mentions how she's been overworked, and she's like, "Yep, of course. So who else does it do it but me? Because everyone else is too busy."
But as they're looking at the dress, they find an odd pendant on it, or like a little bracelet that's made into the dress. And Julia's like, I wouldn't put that there. Why would I put real gold on this fucking thing?
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing in the room that makes it easy enough to read, so Julia leaves the room while Betty is there, and Betty is alone in a dark little room with no one else around. Yeah, the killer's here.
I was gonna say, I'm sure this will go nothing but well in a horror movie.
Betty gets tied up again and gets her favorite eye mask. And Julia comes back and is like, why are you tied up? And then the killer strikes. This one's a bit more drawn out because the killer really wants that bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
And Julia's trying to protect it, trying to keep it away. Eventually is brought to the ground and as an act of defiance swallows the bracelet and dies. But that doesn't stop the killer.
Nope.
She's all she's already dead. He tries to reach down her throat, but it's already too far gone, so there's only one other option, and that's to just tear fucking into her and pull it out.
Yup. Literally cuts her throat open and yoinks it out of her esophagus. It's fucked.
Yeah, we can go into that a bit later. The killer also kind of just teases Betty and is like, I will always be near you. I can always get to you. There's nothing you can do. And then cuts her restraints and lets her go again. Luckily, Betty does have a few more brain cells since the last murder and decides to go tell the cop who got her signature earlier. She's like, holy shit, this dude keeps murdering people in front of me. I think he's trying to kill me. The cop's like, okay, we can do stuff about that. I'm going to send an agent to your apartment to watch over you while we look into these two cases. Betty's like, fine, cool. Goes back to her apartment. Puts in a couple of eye drops, so now she's blind, sadly. Because that's how eye drops work.
Yeah. It's weird. It has this cool effect on the screen where it's like all blurred, but it's like, yeah, that wouldn't happen.
And while she's still blind, there's a knock at the door. It's the agent. So of course she lets him in. I mean, you can't see him, but he says he's a cop. He said it confidently enough.
Yeah.
But then her agent shows up, and I almost said Julia, Betty. And Betty's explaining what's going on, and she's like, "Well, don't worry. I just saw the cop downstairs." Oh, and I'm forgetting the guy's name at the moment. I apologize. I think it's Stefano.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call him Danny. I'm sure I butchered that.
Just call him Danny. Yeah.
We're a professional podcast with 200 episodes. But her agent's just like, yeah, I saw Agent Danny down in the lobby. Well, that means Agent Danny isn't the one in the house. In a panic, now knowing that there is a cop downstairs, they go towards the front door and then go in the kitchen. Okay. But they're hanging on there as the two are discussing what the hell to do. But then they hear someone leave. The only other person in the house would be the killer. So they leave the kitchen. They try to go to the phone, but the phone is in kind of a dark room on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Which also, you just thought you heard the guy leave. But then again, I guess they're thinking ahead that it might be a trap.
Yeah.
But while they're doing this, there's also a knock at the door. So the agent goes back and is like, who's there? Hi, I'm Agent Danny. Here's my badge.
Yeah.
I even have a gun. I'm a cop.
Yeah. See my badge? Here it is. Huh?
Here's a badge. Here's my gun. Can you let me in? I still don't trust you. I'm sorry. Oh, that's fine. The agent is looking through a peephole, so the officer on the outside takes his gun, puts down the peephole, and we see the bullet go through the peephole. Like literally, the camera's inside, and you see it
Mm-hmm.
go through the little slot. Boom! Out the back, through the head of the agent, and scaring the shit out of Betty as she sees her agent Garrett brains blown out.
Yeah, it's the raddest kill in the movie.
There is something that was worrying during this scene, but we'll get back to that.
Mm.
So runs and hides with a knife, is preparing to attack. Someone comes around the corner, and it's the actual agent. But he's already been stabbed by a switchblade.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
How the hell is she gonna get out of here?
How will she get out of here? I completely forgot this part until just looking at my notes.
It's so random. Also, I'm pretty sure I peaked the audio with that laugh, so I apologize.
That's what editing's for.
Yep.
Yeah, there was set up earlier when we were in Betty's room that there was an air vent above her bed and we saw someone moving around there, which you'd think would be the killer who's been stalking her this entire time. But no, it's a little girl, and she opens the vent and is like, come with me.
It's so random, but just so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out this is like her neighbor, or at least someone else who lives in this apartment building.
Yeah, it's the daughter of
And
one of the
when-
neighbors.
Yeah, it's a daughter of a rather abusive couple, but we kind of gloss over this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in order to get away from her parents, she just goes and fucks around in air vents. Luckily saving Betty, but her mom sees Betty, is like, get the fuck out of my house. What the fuck are you doing with my daughter?
Yeah.
He's like, okay, fine, just call the cops or something. I don't care. Bay goes back to the director, and director's like, I have a plan. The killer is definitely going to come see the show tomorrow night. So I got an idea, and we can do that. Bay's like, cool, awesome. So here we are in show 2. Another bit of not Hamlet, Macbeth is playing. But suddenly during the scene, in the background facade, there's a window. The window crashes. The cage of ravens comes in with the raven handler, and they open the gates. And all of a sudden, one of the ravens starts flying around. The audience is very confused. But if you don't know, this is... I don't think it would work exactly like this. Maybe it would. But ravens basically have the mind of a 4 to 6-year-old and can remember faces.
Yeah, they're apparently like
Since
scary good at remembering faces because they're really smart animals. It's actually a clever plot point.
it is, I'll give a movie that is a very clever plot point. Even though, why would the killer not be wearing a mask when he did the tearing up shirt thing? But whatever.
Eh.
Semantics.
Yep.
That's just being nitpicky. Either way, the crow spots the Raven. Raven spots the killer, and all the ravens attack him. It turns out it's Alan.
Alan.
The ravens. Alan.
Yeah.
Hey, we were just talking about Jurassic Park.
We were.
Alan starts shooting wildly because one of the ravens plucks his fucking eyes out. Everyone's in panic. Everyone's running. He also apparently somehow caused the accident that got the original actress gone, because when everyone's running, Betty, instead of leaving the theater with the killer who wants to kill her, goes into her dressing room. Alan follows, kind of corners her, ties her down to a chair, and blinds her this time. And he starts going on a long monologue. It turns out those weird dreams she had of the killer, those weren't dreams, those were repressed memories, because she walked in on her mother, who worked with Alan to kill people dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, her mom was a cuck for murder.
Basically, yeah.
And he did this as, like, to kind of relive the thrill of that. The main problem is she went too far with it somehow, so he killed her, but wanted to do it again anyway. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Someone who murders people like this, he might be a little loopy.
Just a touch, maybe. I would say that's an understatement, but this movie kind of glosses over murder a bit, so who knows?
No one really cares about murder in Italy
I
anymore.
guess.
But he said, "As like this is it, this is the end," and he finds a can of gasoline that's kept in the room, pours it all around, hands Bay the gun, and is like, "Shoot me!" And finally, she does. She also then uses the gun to shoot the rope that's tying her down, escapes the chair, and pounds on the door so everyone hears her. They unlock and open the door as the place is starting to burn, and they see Alan's body in the fire. She embraces the director, and that is the end. We get a nice little wrap up with the director and Betty off in the hills of, I assume, Italy.
Yeah, I think he shot it in the Swiss Alps, but yeah, it's supposed to be like the hills of Italy.
It could be just Swiss Alps as well. I don't remember if they directly say where.
Yeah.
They're there. They're going to shoot a film, I assume. He has a camera.
Yeah.
And everything seems great. We even get a nice news report saying that there wasn't a body in the fire. It was a mannequin. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh shit. She just walked outside. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Director runs into the kitchen. The maid's dead. Oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He runs to the window and shouts, "He's alive! Alan is alive!" And then Alan appears and starts chasing down Betty. Luckily, the director catches up and tackles Alan while right before he attacks Bay, but loses the upper hand and gets stabbed in the chest while Betty sits there and watches instead of helping or running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. But after killing the director, Alan's about to kill Betty, and then Betty's like, "No, you know what? I get it. I am like my mother. We can do this. It will be. Let's just go." And two start to walk off. And then the cops show up and just fucking tackle the shit out of Alan.
Yeah, because she's using like the psychological manipulation, but then she bashes him on the head with a rock before the cops get him.
Oh, that's like she sees the cops coming around the corner and hits him.
Yeah.
Because while she was walking, she did see their dogs earlier, which was fun.
Yeah.
Good boys.
Yeah.
They take Alan away. She mentions the murdered director, and then lies down in the grass, sees a lizard, and then lifts the lizard up and pushes it to go free. Because just like her, she's now free of. Anyway, that was opera.
Yes, that was opera. It's interesting because you'll find out.
I'm not.
Sorry.
I'm not going to be annoyed at all that because I see the time and I know how actually long that is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's interesting. I'll bring up too that like Dario Argento movies kind of infamously have like abrupt endings. This ending was actually not as abrupt as some of the other ones were, so that was just interesting to see to me.
I mean, Suspiria's was also pretty abrupt. I mean, there wasn't much else to do, but
yeah, exactly. That's the thing I like about his movies is he kind of just ends them at the right time. There's no like post scene. Like whenever there is a post scene, you do kind of know, oh, what's going to happen now.
yeah, I kind of like the movie Redline. How have we not covered Redline?
Honestly, though, great movie, but we're not here to talk about that right now.
300th episode.
Yeah, that would be a good 300. But yeah, opera. So where do we start with this?
Do we want to start with the bad? Because there are a few things here.
There are a couple of things, yeah. Let's start with that. Get out of the way.
As we've joked throughout, the inhuman reaction to murder.
Yeah, this is a movie that absolutely has that like classic Argento style, like on a bigger budget. Has some of the tropes, has some of the good stuff, but I feel like the script didn't have as much thought put into it as some of his other movies.
Yeah, it's just like it. I don't mind people being stupid in a horror movie because we need the plot to move along somehow.
Exactly. That's kind of a trope of the whole genre.
But here, there's so many moments that are like it doesn't even feel like nitpicking anymore because it has to be screaming in the back of your mind of, hey, mention you just saw someone fucking murdered, or when they're in the apartment and realize the killer's in there. You know the cop is downstairs. Go out the front door.
Yeah, exactly. What was up with
It's
nine?
not locked. You can leave.
Yeah. Why did people just not bring this shit up in 1987?
Gotta wait till the 90s when Scream comes out to tell everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
But yeah, just some of the reactions were not human, and um, let me see.
Those last 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
really didn't need to be there.
They kind of didn't. Yeah, it felt kind of needless. Like you could have easily ended it with him like dying, actually dying in the room. It just felt like a bit of a tease. Like it is an important plot point because he dies and then the killer gets captured. But it's one of those things where you could have worked it in more naturally.
But also like the message of her being free now. What is she free from?
I don't know, because I get that the whole thing was the killer's whole killing spree was reignited by the fact that she looked like her mother, and like that kind of is what caused it. So she's free from the family curse or something. But it was kind of a bit of a stretch to have that weird lizard thing, like, oh, I'm free of what? You didn't cause this.
Yeah, like the things that were holding her back were she had a job.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she was forced to perform. Yeah, she was hired as the understudy. That's your job.
Yeah, exactly. Like there was nothing like super bad about like your life or anything like that. And then there was the
Had a
killer.
very nice apartment, had
Yeah,
friends.
exactly. What?
Hell, even her agent before the kills really start going is on the phone with her after the first performance and it's like, there are people who want you in France, in London, in
Yeah,
America. You're a star.
yeah. Like she's getting all these job offers. It just there happens to be a killer that was tied to her mother. So that connection was a little loose.
It is fucked up. I'll give the movie this. It's really fucked up.
It
Just
is.
thinking about everything that's set up.
Mm-hmm. Has some
The
the what?
Sorry, I was thinking of how it words it. Just the image. I mean, they use it for the poster for obvious reasons, but the fucking needles below the eyes.
Yeah.
That's gonna stick no matter what.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Because yeah, I think just to top off the little bad section of yeah, if the writing was tightened up a bit and also that ending was either cut or rewritten in a different way,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be better.
Yeah, and I remember initially upon watching it, I didn't rank it really as high as other Argento movies, and I think it was just because of that. Like that ending was just like, could have been better.
Yeah, the films, the American releases, they they wanted that ending cut, which for once I kind of agree.
Yeah, because if you just have him die in there and then end it, like, yeah, I could kind of see that, but yeah, I mean, other than those negatives, it is a very enjoyable movie. It's a solid giallo, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a solid gallow. The kills are
Oh,
really fucking good in this.
really good. Like it's yeah, Argento had basically perfected the drawn out murder scene. I do love the cinematography and editing during it. So and the fact that he uses punk rock music or metal music or whatever you want to call it, that threw me off when I first watched it. I'm like, oh shit, let's go.
Yeah, that song fucking rips.
It
It's
does.
great.
It's so good. He was just so good at just his use of music in the movies, which I respect. Because Goblin, he worked on with Deep Red and Suspiria, and then like this one, he used like punk rock and metal. And I know in Inferno, even he got Keith Emerson from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, the prog rock band, to do it. Even though he doesn't really do much prog rock in it, but it's still an interesting score. That was something I always love about his movies. Is the music is always consistently awesome.
I will say just one negative I remembered is when she's going around the apartment slowly after her agent is killed, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
They still have opera music still kind of blaring on the soundtrack, and it's like this scene would be a lot scarier if you just had nothing playing.
Yeah, if it was just the sound effects and like the just of her walking around and just silence, I think it. I agree. It would have been way more tense. So
However, the like murder of Julia, we don't technically see much of the throat being ripped out at all, but it's the sound design from
yeah,
it and the quick
exactly.
cuts we do get. It makes it such a good and unnerving kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so fucking rad, and that and the fucking bullet kill, which was just so cool.
It's I've never seen it where you watch the bullet actually go through that little pathway. That's so rad to see.
Yeah. Didn't you say there was something worrying about
With
you wanted to mention?
yes, the woman playing the agent is actually Argento's ex-wife.
Yeah, correct. Daria Nicoldi. Yep.
They technically got divorced. I think it was a year or 2 years before this movie came out.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that's something I read about Argento is they had some relationship issues where they broke up.
Yeah, so she was a bit worried when the stunt called for putting technically an explosive on the back of her head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she didn't expect Argento to do anything, but it feels a bit like this could go wrong real fast if someone wanted it to.
Yeah, I would have been a bit nervous too. Understandably so.
How many of you would trust your ex to put an explosive device on the back of your head?
Mm-hmm. And but yeah, I know beforehand too, it's just interesting because they we did we mention already how they wanted to make it an opera?
I did mention that at the beginning.
Okay, cool. I thought so. Yeah. So, and what didn't help with that too is him and her before they got divorced, got arrested for drug possession for marijuana in the house. So,
Getting fucking baked.
yeah. So I don't know if that had something to do with their relationship, but who knows?
It does explain all the blinking colors in his movies.
Yeah. uh, but yeah, I do love that. Just
Sorry, now I'm thinking of Suspiria, just like, Argento, are you sure this is scary? Yeah, it's scary.
trust me, it'll work.
Ra- Rainbows are scary, dog.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. Just chill, man.
You're being a real buzzkill
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. Uh,
Oh, right, he's 85. He's still
yeah, that motherfucker's still kicking, which I love.
good for him.
Yeah. Lived long enough to see his own movie get remade.
Apparently, it was a decent remake.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll watch it sometime.
possibly. It's also 3 hours long, which is a long sitting.
So long as Justin, do not make a section wheel 3-hour movies. You
No.
will regret it. I know.
uh, but yeah, I do enjoy opera from time to time. I'm having trouble trying to think of anything else to talk about. Just the cinematography's great, performances are good with what they're given. It's just a solid movie.
I do love the use of POV. Like I know that's somewhat used a good bit in Gallows, and also this was after Friday the 13th, which had a
Yep.
lot of POV in it, but here it's done like well and actually scary.
Exactly. It's not just it doesn't just look like a camera wandering through the woods.
Uh, I'll never stop myself from being mean to Friday the 13th. I'm trying to think here.
Yeah.
Because it is one of those movies where, even though it tries to technically have a theme at the end, it's still just very much a slasher or giallo in this case.
Yeah, exactly. It knows what it is. It rolls with it. It has some very creative stuff in it. But yeah, definitely worth your time if you're interested in Argento. So
especially again, just for the image alone of those
Mhm.
fucking needles, it's so worth it.
It really is. It was brilliant because he's like that was what was on the poster, and it's just such a cool image and so fucked up.
I will say, and I think this will come up again in Crystal Plumage,
Hmm.
which it's surprising because Suspiria didn't really have this problem, but Argento can be really bad at making women like, oh, what's the word for it?
Hmm.
When a character's like more active in a story, agency. He's really bad at giving women agency.
Agency.
Yeah, like
Agency.
as like yeah, like as the character when the character just kind of sits there for no reason instead of trying to do something.
Urgency.
I've also pretty sure agency is a word. I'm not crazy.
I don't. I've never heard anyone use agency.
Really, you never heard character agency in a story?
I may have. Action or intervention, especially such as to produce a particular effect. Having agency means the power to make your own choices and act on them. Okay, yeah, good job. I learned a new word today.
New word. How can someone who's a Bond fan not know another word of agent?
Right. Ugh.
But yeah, like I said, we brought up here, Betty doesn't really have much agency in some scenes. Hell, the director dies in front of her and she doesn't even try to push the killer off.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Bird with Chris Bluage, I do agree. That does kind of have that issue a bit too, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially in one scene. And we'll get to that because it is on the wheel.
It is.
And again, it's weird because in Suspiria, that I don't remember that being an issue.
It isn't in Suspiria. Yeah.
Well, her roommate actively tries to do something.
Exactly. So, I think he got
I mean,
better.
she couldn't do things for actual reasons, but
Yeah. I think I think he got better at that as time went along as well. So, which is odd that here it is a bit of an issue. So, I don't know if it's because the script he just didn't work on the script as much or what, but
yeah, it does. Since he was trying to make a play, I wouldn't be surprised if this was kind of the spiteful, fine, I'll just do this then.
mhm.
But yes, that is opera, I think.
I think that's about it. Yeah. Definitely check it out if you're curious. So,
But you know what I'm curious about?
what's that, Justin?
Wheels,
Wheels.
such as the director's wheel, which we will be spinning two more times before going back to the series wheel, which will have Mission Impossible back on it, and we'll see if Alien stays.
We have how many more spins?
Four.
Okay.
So basically, the next run of the series wheel, if we don't land on Alien, it's just going off.
Yep. Just to make our lives a little easier.
That limb is starting to turn purple. We might have to amputate.
Exactly.
And I also think now we have hit all the directors on director wheel with this Argento movie, so
Sweet.
that's good at least.
Finally.
See, the director's wheel knows how to do its series wheel. Anyway, it is time to spin. Okay, we're not doing another horror movie.
All right, what are we doing?
We're going back to Bigelow with Point Break.
Ooh, Point Break's fun. Yeah.
You you have seen this during the break between episodes, and I have not.
Yep, so this will be interesting.
So that's right. We're watching the Point Break remake.
Ah!
Is Point Break also 80s?
I think that may have been like early 90s, actually. Let me check.
It might.
91. Yep, the year I was born.
Dang it. We almost had four 80s movies in a row.
Yep. But hey.
Yeah, next time we'll surf's up, I guess.
I wish this was a visual one so I could do the little hang tight symbol.
Oh. Duh. Well, now I'll have to edit your hand to be like that in the background. During the Point Break episode, not this one.
Yeah. Okay, bye.